One of the things that we've been talking about a lot recently at the Frog Project is this idea of pain. And a lot of people are experiencing pain and discomfort and dis-ease from many different things. And it got me thinking about something that yoga philosophy has to share. And while it doesn't take the pain away, it helps us to reframe it in certain ways. And so I'm here today to explain a little bit of this that I learnt, and it helps me make sense of the world sometimes when we need a bit of extra support. And so the teachings say that pain exists in life because ultimately we have life, which for starters is incredible, right? And it comes in the form of 3 different types, if you will. So type 1, pain number 1, exists because we have a human body. So if you think about your body right now, are you having pain in your joints? Are you having pain in your back? Are you having pain in your head? Are you having pain in your heart? Are you having a physical pain or an emotional pain? Are you having pain because you have a human body? So this is all the pain that we get when we trip up, we break our ankle, we're in a cast or a boot for 6 weeks, and there's pain, physical, mental, emotional, but it's all because we have a body in the first place. That's pain number 1. Pain number 2 is pain related to things that exist in the world that are external to us, but take toll on us. So this is things like bacteria. This is the viruses that find their way into our bodies. We all think of one specific virus when we mention this, but think about COVID. That was something external that made a home in our bodies and caused pain. And again, it caused pain physically for those who had it. It caused pain emotionally, mentally, because it affected other people in other ways. So you have pain number 2, which is a pain that's external, but it's associated with us like a bacteria or a virus. Now, pain number 3 exists because of the universe, the planetary systems, or the cosmos, however you want to describe this. And I'm not scientific, so if you are, you have a much better grasp of words than me. But this is things that are caused, the weather, external incidences, and things like natural disasters. We have fires, we have tsunamis, we have earthquakes, we have all of these things, and they cause pain. They cause physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain, depending on where you are in relation to what's going on. So these types of pains exist. And they exist because we are human. And yoga teaching has so much to say on this, and so does Buddhist teaching as well. And I'm sure many of the other East Asian philosophies. And there's this very famous saying, pain is inevitable, suffering is a choice. And this is something we're trying to teach our small children at the moment. But pain will come. Your decision of whether you're going to suffer or not is up to you. And I've been reading a lot recently and exploring a lot recently on this idea of uncertainty and living with uncertainty, discomfort. So if you think about yourself, many people have to-do lists, many people have this idea of keeping all their ducks in a line, and when the ducks are in a line, you can move through life and you feel secure and you feel safe, but it's all an illusion. And the idea is in the East Asian philosophies that you accept that change is occurring constantly. And if we stop trying to grasp, we stop trying to hold on, and we stop trying to take ourselves so seriously, then we can move with more fluidity, we can move with more ease, and we can kind of accept things as they come. So you might be saying, okay, yeah, sure, that makes a lot of sense, but how do I do that? I'm quite stressed and I can't make sense of this. So through the practice of yoga, of getting connected with our bodies and our minds, and through the practice of meditation, we can help to free the mind from the constant grabbing. And one beautiful practice that really is at the center of this, especially within Buddhism, is the practice of metta meditation, or unconditional kindness, friendliness to ourselves and to everybody else. Now, there are a few nice videos here on the Frog Project YouTube that are all metta practices by myself and a couple of other teachers as well. So give those a go, I'll link them below. And it's just practicing bringing a sense of compassion to you, which is tricky for most of us, and also to those around you. So give it a go. It's totally life-changing. It's very simple. And let me know what you think. See you soon.